Welcome to the Crumdale Connection. I'm your host, Jessica Willingham. I'm speaking with Mike Clark, VP of Distribution at Pan American Accident Health.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Mike. Happy to have you. So, can you tell me what Pan American's seeing in the employer stop-loss market these days?
Yeah, I think that it's a very competitive marketplace at this point in time. There's a lot of different entities that are providing stop loss. The self-funded space in general just continues to grow because of employers wanting to take control of their medical spend. And a lot of times when a fully insured environment, that's difficult to do that just because of the way that the carriers control the data. So the self-funded marketplace has started to grow dramatically in even smaller type of groups that typically would not self-insure their medical plan.
And as folks are moving towards self-funding and away from the shackles of these other markets, what's the value that Pan American sees in working with perhaps an MGU rather than going to direct carriers?
Sure. Yeah, really, and I spent a lot of time on the direct carrier side too. So, that model is really the hamster wheel there. You're just constantly chasing the business for 1/1 and 7/1. And it's usually with some, typically you're dealing with a lot of the national brokerage houses who have stop loss panels where you have to agree to their terms and conditions or it's no play. So that model from a carrier perspective is always challenging because you're just constantly, it's a commodity to a lot of these brokers. They're not really looking to solve the healthcare problem for their client. They're just looking to get them the lowest price and overall package for it, reduce cost trend, et cetera. So with the MGU model, reason why Pan American and what's always been the model that we've followed in this space, and we've have stop loss MGUs that we work with for 25 years now. They're innovative. They can be nimble. We're really in lockstep with them because they're sharing in the risk with us. We're in lockstep in terms of the underwriting that we've put together as a team. And, the value that they bring is the distribution that they've built over the course of time. They're very in tune to the self-funded marketplace. And, it allows us to partner with them on anything that they're doing to be creative to kind of help with the healthcare, spend, healthcare solutions that, their brokers and their clients are looking to really, change, impact change.
Certainly at Crumdale, we talk all the time about innovation and flexibility and alignment of interest with our partners. How does Pan American work with Crumdale and what value do you see in that relationship?
Yeah, I think, and one of the things that we do with each of our MGUs that we work with in the stop loss space is we try and find and work with, partners that have obviously a lot of experience in this world, but then also do they have a particular niche? Or are they doing something that's a little bit different than the other stop loss MGUs that we work with? And Crumdale definitely fits that bill because of the fact that it's not just a pure take stop loss quotes in and send them back out and try and write stop loss. It's trying to develop a total program and package for the brokers and the employers to once again solve and impact that healthcare program for that entity. And that is unique and different than a lot of the other ones we see. And then typically when you're looking at an MGU versus a direct carrier, the direct carrier, it is just constantly quote in, quote out, and your just close ratio, you're hoping to get 2%. Here with the relationships and the partnerships that Crumdale brings to the table, they have books of business that they're building with their brokers. So that's what we like, and that's what therefore you can do different things with that because there's a partnership, truly a partnership that we're talking about, instead of just constantly looking at a renewal each year and seeing how much money can be saved.
Well, we value Pan American's partnership greatly. In closing, is there anything that you'd like to add?
No, I mean, we're obviously very excited about our relationship with Crumdale, and we look forward to the growth, and obviously there's a lot of unique things that are happening in the marketplace today around self-funding, and we think that a partnership with Crumdale obviously is going to help us meet a lot of those needs as a partnership with them.
Well, thank you very much for your partnership and for your time today.
Yep, thank you.